Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.
Let's get into this real quick. We do something on this show where we try to figure out how our team is going to be successful, and we call it our key
there we go.
victory. With our keys to victory, we're each going to go around once and talk about something that we think will lead our team to success. We have a little bit of time, so we're going to rock 2, potentially 3, depending on how it goes, and then after that, give a little score prediction. So you are our guest, Mr. Brian Robinson, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you got this, Will, but I just thought about it. We're talking about B-Rob leaving and going to San Francisco, and then Brian Robinson goes.
He was in the background. You started talking. I was like, "Whoa!" For a second, I was like, "Is he talking about our guest or the running back?"
I was like, "Wait a minute."
I'm just the replacement guy. That's all.
Right.
There we go. We're good. You're probably faster. You got more explosion. We're good. Yo.
I don't know about that, but
all right, Brian Robinson. Yo, my man. What's your first key to victory for the Packers in order to get the win tomorrow?
All right, this is one of my concerns, and it's always been a concern when we play a mobile quarterback. Do not let Jaden Daniels beat you with his legs. And it's always been a problem for the Packers. This year might be different just given the upgrades on the defense. But, I mean, when you're facing a guy that rushed for nearly 900 yards last year, you've got to take him, like, seriously. So they'll have to figure out how to contain him. So, to me, look for Quay Walker to be the most likely player to spy the design, for a spy design defense to prevent Daniels from running for big gains.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely see that. Will, what you think, man?
Key to victory is going to be John Bates. Very similar to last week. The Packers pass rush of Parsons on Josh Connerly, you can't let him go one-on-one. That's unfair to the rookie. If we thought Brian Burns could beat him, Parsons is going to tear him up. Now, I'll be curious to see if the D coordinator – moves him around the way Dallas did, where Parsons would line up right over the center and make our center himself before even snapping the ball. But Bates is going to be needed to bounce around to help between where Gary is, where Parsons is, where Van Ness is. Like, he's going to have to be a 6 offensive lineman. He's just going to have to be out there the entire time. We're going to have to be in 12 personnel pretty much the entire time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And, hey, right along the same lines, we got to protect the quarterback, got to have Bates do big things. We need to establish the run. One of the things that I saw last week is when it got to 3rd and long or got to long-distance situations and you guys could pin your ears back, Micah Parsons and Quay Walker, all them boys were getting and making life hard, very hard for Jared Goff. So, we already know we're going to try to move Jaden left to right, but to keep the pressure off of him and to keep him clean, let's run the ball. We have Rodriguez, obviously Eckler in there, Bill, and Nichols. Let's layer it in, keep running. We had over 200 yards on the ground last week. Let's try to continue that to kind of neutralize that rush so it does open up some of that play action and stuff. Brian, what you got next, man?
It's funny you brought about the rushing game. That's my next key is you got to slow Washington's run game because that's it. It's just like even on the flip side, establish the running game. That's another thing. But like defensively, to stop Jaden Daniels, you've got to stop their run game. You slow their run game down. You're putting them in 3rd and longs. That's the thing to where you can fluster a quarterback. And obviously, it showed last week against Jared Goff. It was such a key that they were able to shut Detroit's running game down. That's kind of like the thing that I'm looking at. You got to take control of the line. You've got to be able to stop the run, stuff the gaps, basically make Jaden Daniels be a quarterback is basically what I'm trying to say. So the run game, we got to slow it down.
Oh yeah, I like that. Will,
good luck with that.
Let's go.
I mean, he's cheat mode out there at times. It's just,
Mhm.
it's a tall task. So I'm
Yes, it
actually
is.
going the opposite of you guys. You all are focusing on the run game, and I don't think that Washington should be focusing on it. I think we need to test these corners because I think the strength of the Packers is their defensive line. So I think you're going to shut down our running backs, and so we have to be able to test these corners out. He may have gone to South Carolina, but Keyshawn Nixon was never a great corner in Columbia. Now, he's been a whole lot better in the NFL than he has in college, but I would go after him and Hobbs, and this needs to be your Debo game. Terry, this is the game. Terry usually does pretty well against Green Bay. He's usually due for he's good for a touchdown a game against them if history repeats itself. And I think that's where you got to attack them. I think with Bo Melton most likely out, I think it could be a game of your slot receivers, your Jalen Lanes, your Zach Ertz catching passes over the middle. Like that may be the way to exploit Green Bay. So I actually think the pass game is more important.
Mm-hmm. I like that. And for me, stay disciplined. We got to be disciplined.
Yes.
We talked about 12 penalties, almost 100 yards given up, and the timing of some of those penalties kind of halted a lot of our drives. I'm very confident this game most likely is going to go down to the wire. It's going to be close. I think our offenses are good and, might put up some points. So it's going to come down to a potential turnover or a potential stop or a timely penalty that could definitely change the outcome of the game. So in a game like this where, every yard counts, every point counts, and we already know the implications of what this could possibly be, you got to stay disciplined, and we got to keep it clean in this ball game because we don't want to give many more opportunities to your offense that is definitely on the rise. It's definitely on the rise. All right, let's go around with one more. Are you guys good? Do you have any more? Are you guys?
I got one. I can do one more.
You all go. Go ahead.
All right, what you got?
Sure.
What you got?
So here's my thing. While Jordan Love hit 10 different receivers last week, the only position that I kind of questioned was from the tight end because only 2 of those completions came to the tight end with Tucker Kraft basically having to chip Aiden Hutchinson at the line of scrimmage a lot last week. I'm looking to see if we get Tucker Kraft involved in the offense more. I really feel like having a good, they did a lot of 2 tight end sets against Detroit. I'm looking to see what the tight ends do this week, especially since Jaden Reed and Wicks are both still on the injury report. They both played last week. They looked okay, but you just don't know how healthy they are coming on a short week. So I'm really looking to see Tucker Kraft getting more involved in the offense.
Oh, I like that. And I will do one more. As I mentioned with my fun fact, our punter is amazing. Okay, and he's gonna have. I fully trust that your defense is gonna stop us from time to time. So our punter needs to be a big factor in this game in flipping field position. Obviously, he's shown the ability to pin teams deep and get it out of bounds and even make a tackle or 2 if he needs to. I definitely want to see us if that becomes the case, utilize that too, so we can kind of pin you guys deep and our defense, play a little bit more aggressive. So that's where we're at.
Let's hope his back is all right. We signed a punter today because he's questionable for tomorrow.
I was gonna say, didn't he get run into?
He got roughed. Let's not say he got run into. He got roughed.
Well, I said run into. Obviously I didn't really. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy had already blocked the ball, so it wasn't a penalty. But yeah, he got flipped.
Oh boy!
It still went 30 yards. Let's go.
And at one point, Tress Way was our team MVP. He was the biggest weapon we had. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Before JD5, that was the number 5 jersey that I wanted.
There you go.
Yo, before we let you go, we always have to do this on our show. We give out our score predictions to this game. What do we think the score will be? Since you are our guest, we will let you go first. Brian, what is the score to this game and who wins?
Well, let me put it this way. Like I said before, Daniels gives the defense the biggest challenge, but the Packers have the advantage of being at home on a Thursday night. They're still riding high on the Micah Parsons thing, and then beating the crap out of the Lions. They're going to be pumped. They're going to be ready. I think the Packers will contain Daniels just enough to win 30-27.
Ooh, I like that. Will, what you thinking?
So the score is going to be 23-20, and it's going to be won on ex-commander Brandon McManus getting his revenge on a team that never let him pick for him to win the game.
I can see it. Eddie would be hyped about it. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I'm going the other way. I'm saying, and this is much like the game I talked about, the Cincinnati game. Thursday night, all the lights, JD5 shine. We've seen JD5 comes to play when all the lights are on, and I think he's going to do the same this game. I think it's going to go down to the wire, but I think he's going to have a late touchdown drive, and it's going to be Washington 34, Packers 27.
Woo!
So, yeah, but regardless, I do think we will meet again.
I think our paths are going to cross again. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So I am excited to see it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.